In case you hadn't heard, at the Golden Globes, Meryl Streep gave a speech where she talked about the fact that Donald Trump mocked a disabled reporter at one point back in 2015 on the campaign trail. This is something Trump has denied over and over and over and over again. He denied it in the last presidential debate. Of course, even on Twitter, when you search through their GIFs, you can find the GIF of Donald Trump mocking the disabled reporter. The video is readily available online. There is absolutely no question that Donald Trump mocked this disabled reporter. But don't tell that to Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway, because she just still doesn't believe that it's true. According to an interview between Conway and CNN's Chris Cuomo this past weekend, Kellyanne said, look, why can't you just take him at face value, or why do you have to take everything he says at face value? Why can't you just give him the benefit of the doubt? Why, oh why, can't you just look at what's in his heart? That's what Kellyanne Conway told Chris Cuomo. Don't listen to what he says. Look at what's in his heart. Donald Trump, the humanitarian, the great human being with such a great heart, probably the best heart, if he had to say it in his own words. Listen, Kellyanne, I know it's a hard concept for you to grasp, but the reason that we, as human beings, have ears is so that we can listen and hear things. And we have a brain that allows us to process those things that we hear and figure out what it means. That's why reporters and pundits and voters listen to what he says. You want us to look at what's in his heart? Probably some kind of black slime. Either that or he's probably like the Grinch and it's, 2 sizes too small, except he's never going to have the epiphany that makes it grow 3 sizes in one day. That's what's in Donald Trump's heart. Nothing. A couple of red blood cells trying to squeeze their way through cholesterol-filled arteries. That's what's in his heart. We want to know what is in his brain. What does this psychopath actually believe? Why did voters fall for somebody who would mock a disabled person on live television in front of his supporters? And why did his supporters love it? We're going to take what he says at face value because he is the President of the United States and we have to hold him to a standard. Now, I know the press is already holding Donald Trump to a much lower standard than they have anyone else, including George W. Bush. But we're still going to try to hold him to a standard. Our standards are going to be a little bit higher than the corporate media's. And when Donald Trump says something, we're going to take it as that is what he means. That's what's in his heart. That's what's in its brain. And that is what we are going to focus on. So Kellyanne Conway can get all, pissy if she wants, tries to get sentimental and say that we need to look into Donald Trump's heart. But if you really want to know what is in Donald Trump's heart, go take a look at his Twitter feed. That'll give you a pretty good example of what that guy is capable of.